Welcome to Comic Stations and FrontDoorsGamer.com's San Diego Comic-Con pre-show wrap-up, because there's so much news going on that we kind of have to actually, like they're doing, we got to preload some of this news.
This is going to be like a 3-part series.
Oh my god. So, of course, beyond the fact that Marvel DC is there, of course you have some of the, I'm actually more excited about some of the indies like Udon, IDW, Dynamite, Dark Horse, Zenoscope, some of our favorites that you see on
We love to give shout-outs to the indie comics.
I love the smaller ones. And one of these titles really grabbed my attention is The Women of Dynamite, of course, come from Dynamite Comics, and they're bringing the female-centric universe of all these female characters, but it's penned by Gail Simone, so of course that grabbed my attention right off the bat.
Do we know if they're like public domain characters or characters Dynamite has done before?
Dynamite characters, and they're just going to bring all these across the Dynamite universe in the one title.
Well, I mean, it's Gail Simone, so that's definitely going to get some people's attention.
Yes, and it grabbed my attention.
Yeah. Similarly, you've got Marvel with a big shakeup. We mentioned this last week.
Of course.
The new female Thor, or as I call her, the girl next Thor.
You're really going to keep dragging that.
Yeah, like, have you seen my reviews? I'm still dragging Mario of Cards out. But we also have the new Captain America in this room of Sam Wilson, the Falcon, played by Anthony Mackie in the movies.
I love the fact that it was announced on the Colbert Report.
Yeah, that was kind of the most impressive part. And finally, Iron Man is getting a bit of a shake-up as well. He'll be moving to San Francisco in the comics with a new costume that's all mainly white.
Very
like,
Apple.
Yeah, very much like an iPhone. And there's going to be a whole plot about him developing an app and coming to Silicon Valley under a new comic called Superior Iron Man.
Of course,
whatever that means.
Superior, people are tying it a lot to the Superior Spider-Man, expecting, so there's some expectations there, but we're not going to really drag
I've heard
too much
some rumors
into
that it's going to be his brother Arno Stark is the new Iron Man, but nothing is confirmed.
Alright. And, of course, coming from the smaller titles, as we like to, Zenoscope is having their Age of Darkness tour. They're celebrating their 100th Grimm Fairy Tales title, as well as the indie from Boom Studios and Dark Horse Comics. They had tons and tons of I just keep getting all these emails about people signing and doing custom artwork and meeting the artists. So, really jealous. I would love to go there, and
there's definitely a lot of stuff to visit there beyond just the big two companies that you know from comics. Like,
tons
really give out some love to the indie people. You'll find some great creative talent there and great people to talk with about comics.
And if you are a fan of Marvel and DC, still check out the smaller ones, because honestly, a lot of these artists and everything, they're doing a little like moonlighting on these smaller independents.
Folks like Matt Fraction, Jonathan Hickman, people who are big at the other companies do some of their best work with the independents.
With Image and IDW, they're coming over and doing Lovecrafts here. They're just enjoying it, like Gail Simone earlier with the Dynamite.
Speaking of independence again, Image has a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive of giant-sized Kung Fu Bible stories.
Which I kind of want, because it's a Bible-sized book for $20, and I want it.
Like, it's fat. It's like really fat. You know, like 5-stack patty hamburger fat. We also have from Valiant, Punk Your Chucks, whatever that means, with footwear.
Punk Your Chucks is apparently a custom shoemaker that's
for making footwear.
Yeah, making Bloodshot and Valiant.
I didn't make it up. I don't pretend to understand it.
Shoes. Alright, but come on, even with the comic books, and of course, Comixology can't not get into the game. And they're there, and I'm really jealous because they're giving away, I think it said something about like $10,000 worth of $5
lot of digital comic stuff,
$5 like app credits and everything, so I'll admit, even though I'm here and I love my local comic book store, I still go on Comixology when they have the sales and get giant amount of volumes.
They're a great resource that way.
And finally, on a personal note, Alabaster will be returning by Caitlin Kernan and Steve Lieber. And if you go all the way back in the archives of FrontDoorsGamer.com, you can see that my first comic book review was actually Alabaster Wolves. So that's going to hold a nice part of my heart.
Yeah, right? I like that.
And that's coming out next year, which I'm sad about. Why they're announcing so late.
On the television side of things, as I'm the television guy now that I've decided to review The Strain, we learned from Jeff Johns that DC's television stuff, in all of its myriad forms, will never interact with its movie stuff. So sadly, The Flash will never show up in Batman vs. Superman. Of course, this also comes with another caveat in that it won't connect across networks. So the Batman you see in Gotham won't be the Batman you see in Arrow. So it's possible we'll have 3 live-action Batman at once. 4 if you count the Batman from the new Ultimate Animated Series.
While this was on the TCA press tour, not technically San Diego Comic-Con, it did take place around the same time, and we just wanted to dash a lot of people's wet dreams.
and know that you're going to be seeing stuff about this there. I mean, they're still dropping news about the Flash series, like Wentworth Miller being named as Captain Cold of the show.
Yes. And over to video games, because what is a comic book convention without video games?
True enough.
The Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor is there, of course. It's available. It's playable. A lot of people, I heard a lot of good things about
the new Lord of the Rings online one, right? Yep.
Yeah, so I've heard a lot of, actually, it's getting a lot of buzz, especially on a lot of the podcasts I listen to. So, curious about that one. As well as, of course, Disney's Infinity's Marvel characters. 2.0.
Yeah.
So
just you wait till 2015 and they come out with the Star Wars batch and really start eating everyone's lunch.
Yeah, seriously. And I know people, even if they don't play Disney Infinity or even some of these other Skylanders and all, they just collect the little figures.
I know the people who have just bought it strictly because Marvel decided to come out with it as well.
Exactly.
It's a great business model, and you can see why it's doing as well as it is.
Oh no, it makes them lots of money.
Yeah. We also have from Bandai Namco, you have Sword Art Online for the Vita from the...
That's anime, manga.
Exactly. And you also have Tales of the Heart.
Which, of course, Tales of series.
Yeah, for Vita as well. And then, finally, from Industries and Gearbox...
I just thought this was cool.
Yeah, this is the greatest thing ever. They actually brought to life the pre-sequel for Borderlands in a laser tag event. That's the most amazing thing ever!
In a stadium. It's outside of the convention, but it's in a stadium. They have a live, actual laser tag, and it's all about the prequel, and I want to just go
I just really hope there's, like, some grenazers.
I really hope that, and they have some bots and everything.
Exactly.
Alright, so this is our pre-news, because there's so much news already before San Diego. We wanted to get it out of the way.
We're expecting all kinds of announcements over the course of the week from San Diego Comic-Con. Like, I've heard tell that we're going to have all sorts of Marvel announcements, trailers coming out, stuff from DC, and of course other things like Fox and Sony as well.
Of course, you got comic books, television, movies, video games. It's just all over the medium. So
I wouldn't be surprised if we see something about the new Arkham game before the end of the con.
Oh, the Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Same.
Back with the original stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is our little prequel wrap up. A lot of the news that's come out before San Diego Comic Con. So
stay tuned to Front Towards Gamer for all the actual news once the con starts.
Yep. So thank you, and we'll be coming out with these as quickly as we can.
Yeah.
Thank you.